Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to School of Science. My name is Luke and this is the weekly roundup here on the School of Science TV channel. I haven't really thought like a proper way to sort of sub-caption that sort of thing, you know. So, yeah, weekly roundup. Week ending of the 3rd of August 2025. There, we've tried like that. See how that goes. We'll roll on with it. See how it goes. See if I can make it work. If not, we'll find some other way of doing it, you know. Right, so what is on the topic today? So we've got Aznou. We've got good old Dibling from Southampton. We've also got the previous Everton game, that being against West Ham. I have not done the Man U one because it hasn't taken place yet. It is now currently 7:30 p.m. So the lineup hasn't even happened yet. The players haven't even reached the stadium yet. So unfortunately, my crystal ball isn't going to tell me what the future is. I mean, I've got me crystal ball right here. It's called sparkling water. I know for a fact some of you guys are very divisive on that. So I know this will upset people because I know a lot of people don't like sparkling water. So post-match for Everton v West Ham. Very unfortunate game. And then we're going to be talking about Tyreek George from Chelsea. So yeah, right, onwards. Okay, so first topic being Aznou. So Aznou has now signed for Everton and he is now over in the States. And we're expecting him to probably make a feature tonight against Man United. Fingers crossed. So, nice little exciting little left back. He's very, very quick. Very quick. I've had a little look at the footage and everything. He loves to get upfield. He gives me a lot of vibes of the likes of Luca Dean and Leighton Baines. He loves to get up the field, loves to do some tricks. He's very good with the ball at his feet. His close ball control is absolutely perfect. Magnifique. Spot on. Perfect. I don't know where I was going with that. So yeah, so I'm hoping that he's going to be able to work alongside the likes of Illiman and Dye. So we do really need a left winger who can track back as well. I think that's where Illiman and Dye will fall into it. So the two of them can operate an overlapping sort of role. That's what I think Everton were going for, signing this lad. Only young as well. Absolutely quite tall as well, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Tieno Barry are both tall lads. We are going for the taller players. But then again, that's what we've expected from David Moyes. He always likes his taller lads. You can see that with the West Ham squad that he's left behind. I mean, the likes of Souček and all them. The guys are bloody 6 foot plus. So yeah, I digress. So I'm hoping to see some actual some minutes of him tonight. It should be interesting to see how he does against United, if he does play, and how he works in with the squad. Because bear in mind, what we're probably going to be doing in this sort of situation is, now that we've got him coming into the squad, against Man U, we could be playing a game where one half is all attack, another half is all defense, basically Italian style. So let's hope that is what they're going to try and do. So first half, let's say this. First half, all attack. We're just going for it. We're just trying to hit United as much as possible. So a lineup of, say, Pickford, Aznou, Brandtwaite's not even in the squad, Tarkowski, O'Brien, Patterson, maybe. Garner and Garner in the middle, or Burnham and Garner in the middle, with Illiman and Dye on the left, Dwight McNeil in the middle, Charlie Alcaraz on the right, and Tieno Barry up top. That one off the top of my head, that was 11 of them, and it was a 4-2-3-1 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so do that for the first half, and then come the second half, you're just putting the brakes on and say, you know, replace, I don't know, maybe James Garner with Michael Keane, bring him back, have it into a back five, and then it becomes a 5-1-3-1 almost. Maybe swap Barry out for Beto. I'm trying to think of the squad that we've got over there at the moment. There's not a lot of people to go off. Harrison Armstrong, he does need to feature in the squad somewhere. So maybe Armstrong and Burnham, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going well off topic here. So right, on to the next section. Right, so for the next section, Everton are in the mix for the exciting right winger of Dibling. So the lads is at Southampton at the moment. We've put up, I think it was about 27, 28 million pounds for him. and Southampton have turned him down, but I've heard that we are open that as well to try and get this lad. We need to get him through the doors because he is a very good right winger. A lot of football fans, not just Everton fans, but a lot of football fans have been talking up this lad. He's a very young and hungry right winger with a lot of ability. He's got a very smart head on him. He knows how to move with the ball. He knows how to position himself. He knows how to, cut inside. He knows how to play his opposition. So let's say for a hypothetical sense, he's pretty much near the byline. He's got some space, and let's say there's 2 or 3 defenders by him, or a defender, midfielder, or something like that, trying to sort of block his channel away. So what he will do is, rather than going for the cut inside, he will try and bring it further to the byline. Then he will chop to try and misdirect someone to create the opening. And instead of just charging through, he'll put the pass through for a player to try and get that goal. He's one of them sort of players whose mindset is well beyond his years. So he is definitely one that we really want to break the bank for. A nice, exciting lad. And like I said, it's the right winger we've been begging for bloody ages. I mean, when was the last time we actually had a good right winger? I mean, the last one I can think of who was even decent is probably bloody hell, Iwobi. Iwobi was the last one I can even think of who actually played the right wing, and that was his proper-ish position. Because bear in mind, Iwobi was someone who liked to play centre park, but we had him on the right wing. I mean, the only other one I can think of is maybe Anthony Gordon, but even then, I think he played more on the left than he did on the right. It's actually been a while since we actually had a good right winger. Like, we're talking probably a good 5 or 6 years now. So, if we can get this, lads, I will be absolutely delighted. And we do need a right back still. So, let's say for argument's sake, we get Dibling. So, we still need a right back. We still need another number 6, I do think. Because Burnham, he's a number 6, but he's also a number 8, in all fairness. So, we do need another number 6, like proper number 6. I think we don't need another left back because we've already got 2 there. Potentially another centre back. I mean, Jake O'Brien's there, Michael Keane's there, so you've got 2 in that regard. So probably not in that regard. So maybe another number 8 or another number 10. Because in all fairness, we do have quite a few in that position, but it can't hurt to have more. And even if we got another, say, striker, if we had another striker, we could then potentially look at getting Yusuf Chimiti out on loan and having it where you got Beto and Barry. Try and get Chimiti to get some more legs out and get him maybe either Championship or one of the top 5 leagues outside in and around Europe. So Bundesliga, like Liga 1, La Liga, Serie A, somewhere around there, I think he would do really well. And the more experience he gets, the better, because I do think Chimiti is one of the futures for the club. I think we'll end up moving Beto on, and Chimiti will fall into that place alongside Tierno Barry. Also, I've heard a lot of people call him Tierno Barry. It's Tierno. I think it is Tierno. The way his name is spelled, it's Tierno, not Therno. But put it in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Is it Tierno? Is it Therno? I don't know how you guys are going to tell me in the thing. Are you going to go, right, it's a soft TH or it's a hard TH? Yeah, put it in the comment section below what you pronounce them, because I say Tierno. Like, the H is somewhat silent, but it also slightly softens the T. I am going so off topic today. Right, on to the next section. Okay, so Everton lose to West Ham from 2 preventable goals. Am I wrong? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, Everton v West Ham. In all fairness, first off, we really had them up against the ropes. I'll be honest, it's 2 not so great teams going up against each other at the moment. We did so well in that first half. We were getting a lot of movement with the ball. Ndai was in a zone. Everyone was playing their part really well. And the goal that we got came from a mistake from West Ham. So pretty much how can I put it? Basically, the ball went back. They tried to pass it. Armstrong capitalised on the mistake and pushed on the field. Did I say Armstrong? Yeah, Harrison Armstrong capitalised on the mistake, pushed upfield, and he had 2 options. He could either put it through to Ndai or he could put it through to Idrissa Gueye. He chose Idrissa Gueye because he was the one who wasn't getting chased that much. Basically, Ndai had 2 people. Idrissa Gueye was coming around the back with no one really paying too much attention. So we made that right move, pushed it to his right. Idrissa Gueye scores it. Absolutely smashing goal. 10 out of 10. No notes. But then after that, we were pushing for it. We were getting a lot of moments there where we should have been getting more at the goal. I think one of the qualities that we are lacking at the moment, and this is something that Moyes even mentioned himself, he said the product in the final third is just not great. We still need to work on our product when it comes to the final thirds, because what we seem to be doing as a main habit is just balls going through the middle, we push wide, and hope that the person who's on the wings is lofting it in and we can get a head on it. It's obviously not working, so we do need to try different things. We need to try and potentially just see if we can pierce right through that middle and go for goal in that sort of regard. It's worked in the past when we've had the likes of James Garner and Branthwaite threading it through to Beto and he's able to overlap the defence to score. So why can't we keep doing it? We do honestly need to keep trying more stuff. We need to try different avenues and different methods. We need to have a bit of a mixed bag of what we can do, because it's obvious that we are going into that sort of alignment of a bit of a one-trick pony where we rely too much on our width and then try and loft it in. We need something where we can potentially have, like, say, Charlie Alcaraz or even Iliman and Dai, when they get the ball around the halfway line, just saying, you know what, let's break this middle right through. So your wingers potentially even come in to provide. So you could push it out, but nowhere near as far. So getting it almost like to the wide third in a way. Getting it to there and then bringing it straight back in instead of trying to loft it in. So it's basically almost like a 1-2 to get around their player to open up that avenue. So there's always opportunities to do that sort of stuff. And I do think Moyes has got his head on straight for this sort of stuff. So he's probably seen this in the game, right? And when they've been doing training sessions recently, they probably looked at it and said, right, we know where we're making mistakes, so let's work on this. We know that our final third isn't great, so let's work on this. We know our calls and our shouts to the ball are not great, so let's work on that. Because that was how we conceded our second goal. Now, before that, the first goal that we conceded, that was mostly just down to the keeper. Keeper made a very silly error there where pretty much rather than just punching it out, he tried to be clever with it. I mean, hell, he could have even grabbed it. But I don't know what he tried to do. He sort of got himself in two minds, mishandled the ball. And from there, the West Ham player was able to get onto it and just score. It was very cut and dry for that player. It was probably one of the easier goals he's ever going to score. And then, come the second half, it was just second verse, same as the first. Silly little errors and silly moments there. I mean, one of them, it was basically two defenders going for the ball at the exact same time, rather than the two defenders communicating with each other, saying, right, I've got the ball, you stand off. If I do not get this, then come in. But instead, clashed in the middle. Basically opened up that channel, and from there, they just slotted it past us. 2-1. And near the end, we could have made it a nice little 2-2. So, nice ball, got threaded through the box. Tierney Barry was trying to come in. Didn't get to it in time, but it was definitely a good sort of movement. And instead of hitting a, high hoping for a header, they basically thumped it right across goal. Keeper missed it. Everyone else missed it, and it just went out. So, another one. But yeah. Overall, what we've got to take into account is, it's pre-season. It's still pre-season, but the depth and the quality in the squad is a little bit concerning. I'm not going to be too concerned up until the Leeds game. And I do think before that Leeds game, we will have one or two more people through that door. Fingers crossed. Whether that be Dibling, whether that be Douglas Luiz, whether that be Lenny Yamal. I can dream, can't I? Yeah, I can dream. Lenny Yamal in a blue shirt. Give it time, maybe. I mean, Samuel Eto'o came to us, so maybe 10 years down the line, maybe. But yeah. So, as I said, we do need probably about 4 or 5 more players coming into the squad in varying areas of the field. But if we get 2 more, I do think that would stop the bleeding a bit. And we should be able to just bolster with extra sort of manpower here and there. Because, as you know, even though he is bulletproof at this point in time, Idrissa Gueye, he's getting older, so injuries are going to start coming. We've also got to take into account the African Cup of Nations as well. We've got to take into consideration suspensions, because let's be honest, Idrissa Gueye, he will get a yellow card every other game. Likewise with Branthwaite and Tarkowski and Jake O'Brien. Those guys are absolute pit bulls of defenders. They will take the man if they need to take the man. They will stop him at any cost. So I expect yellow cards and I expect suspensions to be coming through. And as I said, Iliman Ndiaye, I can foresee him getting a very minor injury, because don't forget, he did do his knee in at the Merseyside derby, and it did do him for a little while. But if he was to get injured, I do think it'll just be strains and pulls and everything like that, and we can fill him in with other players. So rather than say Iliman Ndiaye, McNeil, Harrison, you could have it where it was, say, McNeil in his place. Why did I say Harrison? I'm sorry. Alcaraz. Yeah, so instead of Iliman Ndiaye, you could end up having McNeil there while he's out, if he's suspended, injured, anything like that. With Charlie in the middle and someone else on the right. You mean you could even push James Garner out on the right. He does actually operate decently as a right winger if we don't have someone in. But I am really, really hoping for Dibling. So you could have Dibling there. It basically means that position, we're going to have someone spare all the time, whether it be McNeil, Alcaraz, Ndiaye, or Dibling. You've got 4 players there already in them sort of roles who can play in across all them. And on top of that, there's someone else who I'll be talking about very shortly who will fill into there. So you're going to have 5 people operating in and around that nice thin area near the top who are going to be providing for our strikers. So yeah, so on to the next section. Okay, Everton are interested in Tyreek George. I have probably said that wrong. We're just going to call him Georgie.
Hiya, Georgie.
So Georgie, is a left winger naturally, but he can play centre forward and he can also play on the right wing. He's with Chelsea at the moment. He's expressed his interest that he wants to leave the club, and Everton have been scouting him in the past and have expressed interest in potentially getting him. Now, on transfer market, he has got a valuation of 10 million euros. I do not know what that is in pounds off the top of my head. I think it's about 8 million pounds at the moment. So that can change, it can fluctuate due to the current currency markets and everything. So pinch of salt with that one. But yeah, so he's a very young lad, got good ability, skill. He's standing at 6 foot at the moment, so he fits in that sort of gap of a nice tall lad who knows how to head a ball. But yeah, so he is a right-footed left winger naturally, but he can operate off the right and he can be a centre forward. Whether he can operate as a number 10, I do not know, but he's another feather in the cap in that area. As we know, Dwight McNeil has got a tendency for injuries. Iliman Ndiaye, I don't want him to get injured, but he can. I can't say he has a tendency to get injured because he's barely ever injured. But you've got to give him time to recover in some situations. So let's say, for argument's sake, we've got a Premier League game, and then we've got an FA Cup game or a Carabao Cup game, and then another Premier League game. You've got 3 games in the space of 7 days. You're going to have to give people some time to rest. I mean, Iliman Ndiaye can't play, let's see, 90, 180, 270 minutes of constant football and not expect him to either get mentally fatigued, physically fatigued, or start picking up injuries. So that's where the likes of Georgie comes into it. And McNeil and Charlie Alcaraz and all the other lads. These guys can all fit into these moulds and they can operate off the left and the middle. Barely anyone can operate off the right, but we already know this. I mean, I know Moyes is trying to push Dwight McNeil out to the right, so you end up having Alcaraz in the middle, Iliman Ndiaye on the left, and the two of them interchanging as the games go on, which does work in some extent, but once they start getting tired and mistakes start happening, and the communication starts breaking down, then you start having issues. But yeah, so George will fall into that role there. So you could potentially have it where George is on the left, Iliman Ndiaye in the middle, and either a new signing being Dibling, Douglas Luiz, Kubo, or Dwight McNeil, or Charlie Alcaraz operating on the right. So you have it like that. You could have it like that anyway. There's many ways we can go about it. Like I said, George, exciting player. I think we're probably going to be paying maybe 11 or 12 million pounds for him, in all honesty, even though his market value is 10 million euros. They never paid the market value. Because, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Jordan Pickford's on this. I think he's got a valuation of about 40 million euros. He's worth more than that, and we know that. If anyone ever comes into it for him, it's going to end up being a 60, 70, or even 80 million pound price tag that's going to be on his shirt for them to try and get him off us. But I digress. I have went on a complete nutter tangent. If you guys got anything out of this, I would greatly appreciate it if you like this. If you like the video, you know what to do. If you want to suggest anything to me, maybe, say, Luke, how about you make these videos fucking linear? Talk about the topic. Don't go off topic. Go on to the next topic. Do something like that. If you say something like that, I would not blame you. Also, I'd like to say a big thank you to all my cup of coffee guys down below here. I cannot see the names at the moment, but if I'm not mistaken, Shirley, Peter, David, Aznou. Sorry, I am so bad at that. Please forgive me. You know what? I'll fix this right now. I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to look. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to look on camera. Right. So I'd like to say a big thank you to all my cup of coffee members. Those being Peter Roberto, David Hughes, and Shirley. So if you want to be like any of these guys and get your name down below in the banner down here, why not come over and become a part of the Cup of Coffee tier here at the School of Science TV channel. It is only £1 a month, and that £1 goes so far. So believe it or not, the ad revenue, the merchandise, also that's another one. I've got merchandise as well. So have a look down in the description down below. We have got a Redbubble there. I've got a lot of stuff that I've made myself. I particularly like the Ghost of Goodison shirt. It is awesome. So if anyone doesn't know about the Ghost of Goodison, so I've made this one as a sort of tribute to the old crow. Well, the old beard skeleton that was in the, I'm not sure whether it was the upper or lower Bullens. Basically, it was inside, I couldn't even make the main stand. Basically, inside of there, in this window, there was a beard skeleton sitting there. And a lot of people have attributed that to the curse of Everton. You know, that and Haddock split, but we won't talk about them. So I ended up making a little tribute to that old curse by making the shirt called the Ghost Goodson. I really like this design, and if you guys like it as well, please get it. We've also got the Make Everton Great Again caps. We've also got the Up the F and Toffees shirts using the Hummel thing as arrows. What else have we got? We've got He's a Mackham, He's a Blue. That one I do particularly like as well. It'd be good as a flag, that I think. There's other ones there as well. So if you want to help support the channel in that way and get yourself a little bit of merchandise out of it, go to Redbubble, buy one of these, and you're helping the channel in that sort of way. And you get good merch out of it. But other than that, what else? How else can you actually help contribute to the channel? Because there are many ways. Liking the video, putting a comment down below, sharing the video. Those sorts of things help the channel massively as well. But like I said, so all the contributions that you guys do to the channel, whether that be becoming part of the Cup of Coffee tier, buying stuff from the channel, liking, commenting, viewing the videos, sharing the videos, just talking about it with your mates, friends, family, them people. That sort of stuff does actually help in terms of monetization, because with all that, alongside the sponsorship stuff as well, because as you know, Rob, who does the Forever Everton, he makes some amazing merchandise as well. So if you ever think, you know what, I've got a man cave there and I need some decor in there, you can get this sort of stuff. It is not expensive at all. I think it's about 20, 30 quid for these, and you can get your own frames for them for cheap, or he will give you a frame for them. He will sort out, well, he's going to sell you a frame for them as well. If you just say, you know what, I can't be asked going to Amazon and getting a frame, or these frames on Amazon are too expensive, can you sort me out one? And he will sort you out one at a fair price, obviously. I mean, to be honest, I did these through Shein, and they are literally magnets, if you can't see that. They're literally magnets. But yeah, so what does... I know what you guys are thinking as well. Okay, sounds. We are helping contribute to the channel, but what do we get back from it? Well, obviously, better quality content. Because through you guys helping contribute to this channel, I've been able to upgrade my motherboards, I've upgraded my CPU, I've upgraded to Windows 11. We're going to be, once the next payout comes from YouTube, this wall's going to get painted. It's going to be another form of blue. It's going to be this blue again, but I'm going to do a proper double coat on it. I'm going to do here as well because I do not like having a white wall there. I'm going to try and sort out some acoustic foams here either side to try and help dampen the noise a bit better, because you might hear very faintly, but there is a little bit of reverb, and it annoys the hell out of me. Being the person who likes to try and be a massive perfectionist on this channel, being able to make this place as best as I can is massive. It's massive to me. I want to try and do this as best I can, because on the back wall, we have got acoustic foam all across that back wall, and it helps with the reverb a lot. So putting it on the side walls here helps with the acoustic foam. That will help with the sound dampening so much more. And from there, any other things I can try and improve, potentially looking at improving the RAM, graphics card, stuff like that on this computer, because the graphics card is getting a bit old now, so I do need to improve that one. Plus, I will probably end up looking for an editor in the future. So what I'll end up doing is making these videos, and I'll go, right, that's sorted, audio sorted. Hey, Mr. Editor! Sort this out for us, please, mate. Send us back the finished video. I'll get that onto YouTube, and happy days. I'll try and sort stuff like that out in the future as well, so we can actually get more videos out thicker, faster, and even better quality. I mean, to be honest, I do enjoy the editing process, believe it or not. But yeah, I have wasted probably about nearly 30 minutes of your time here, so we will leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your week. Hopefully we get a result against the Manx. Up the freaking toffees, and peace.